Do you know the story of an infamous godmother who ordered the murders of hundreds, or a woman who killed and ate a waitress? In this video, let's learn about the 10 most dangerous women in history. Number 10. Belle Gunness. Belle Gunness, a Norwegian-American serial killer, is believed to have murdered over 40 people, including her husbands, children, and suitors in the late 19th and early 20th centuries. After her first husband's mysterious death, Gunness collected a substantial insurance payout and remarried, only for her second husband to die under similar circumstances. She continued luring men to her Indiana farm with promises of marriage and then killed them for their money. Many victims' bodies were found buried on her property. Gunness disappeared in 1908 after a fire destroyed her home, and her fate remains unknown. Number 9. The Godmother. Maria Licciardi rose to power as one of the most dangerous mafia bosses in Naples, Italy. Nicknamed La Madrina, or the Godmother, she took over her clan's operations after her male relatives were arrested. Under her leadership, the mafia became more organized and powerful, dominating the underworld with activities like drug trafficking and forced protection. One of her cruelest acts involved buying young women from Albania, forcing them into the forbidden industry after drugging them to keep them submissive. Number 8. Amelia Dyer. Amelia Dyer, one of the most prolific murderers in English history, operated as a baby farmer in the 19th century. Due to the Poor Law Amendment Act of 1834, many women were forced to abandon their illegitimate children, and Dyer capitalized on this by offering to take care of the babies for a fee. Instead of caring for them, she let them die of starvation or administered opium to hasten their deaths, killing 200 to 400 babies. Number 7. Cannibal Woman. Natalia Baksheva from Russia was arrested after being suspected of cannibalizing at least 30 people. She, along with her husband, lured victims through online dating apps and killed them before consuming their flesh. The couple took photos of their victims' body parts, some of which were found in jars in their home. One particularly horrifying instance involved Baksheva convincing her husband to kill a waitress who had flirted with him, after which they dismembered her body and ate parts of it. Number 6. Old lady killer Juana Barraza, born in rural Hidalgo, Mexico, became infamous as La Mataviejitas, or the Old Lady Killer. Barraza, a former professional wrestler, targeted elderly women, gaining entry to their homes by posing as a nurse or government official. Barraza was convicted of 16 murders and sentenced to 759 years in prison, marking her as one of Mexico's most notorious female serial killers. Number 5. Rival Killer. In 2007, Harmohinder Sanghera, also known as Mindy, shocked the world when she drove 115 miles to stab a 17-year-old pregnant woman, Sana Ali, 43 times in her bedroom. Mindy had been romantically involved with Sana's husband, unaware that he was married. Upon discovering the affair, Mindy attacked Sana, killing both her and her unborn baby. Number 4. Prom Queen Killer. Darlene Gentry, once a prom queen, shot her husband Keith in the head while he slept in an attempt to claim a $750,000 life insurance policy. Darlene initially claimed a burglar had committed the murder, but the investigation soon revealed she had staged the crime scene and used Keith's own gun to kill him. Number 3. Jodi Arias. Jodi Arias became infamous for the brutal murder of her ex-boyfriend Travis Alexander in 2008. Despite appearing sweet and carefree on the outside, Jodi's relationship with Travis had turned obsessive and dangerous. After feeling rejected by him, she stabbed him 27 times, slit his throat, and shot him in the head. Number 2. The Bermondsey Horror. Marie Manning was involved in the infamous Bermondsey Horror case in England, where she and her husband murdered her lover, Patrick O'Connor, for financial gain. After shooting him in the head at close range, they buried his body under the kitchen floor. However, the couple was soon caught and both were sentenced to death in 1849. Number 1. Ice Cream Killer. Estibaliz Carranza, dubbed the Ice Cream Killer, operated an ice cream parlor in Austria while hiding a deadly secret. In 2008, she killed her ex-husband and later murdered her boyfriend in 2010. After dismembering their bodies with a chainsaw, she stored the remains in her ice cream shop's freezer. Estibaliz was caught after construction workers discovered body parts in her basement. Here's a quick question. Do you know a woman who did things that give people shivers?